Hey everyone, John here from testprepinsight.com, and today I want to do a quick video comparing and contrasting the 5 most popular apps for learning Italian: Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, Babbel, Pimsleur, and Rocket Languages. For people out there trying to pick just one app to learn Italian, I'm going to do a quick hit overview of each one and tell you what I like and don't like about each, so that way you can pick the one app that best fits your needs. And by the way, I should just mention up front here that since I'm just going to be focusing on the major highlights in this video today, if you find you need some more detail at any point, we also have a full in-depth written guide over on our website that has way more information. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight Best Italian Apps. It's the quickest way to find that article. All right, so here's how I'm going to do this video. I'm going to break down how each of these 5 apps work one at a time and let you know what I like and don't like about each as I go. And then I'm going to circle back at the end for a quick verdict as to which one I would personally use. So let's start with probably the oldest and most well-known program, Rosetta Stone. So the Rosetta Stone app is built on 2 primary concepts: imagery and immersion. They want you immersed in learning Italian with very little use of English. This helps speed up your comprehension level, and you can't rely on English as a go-between to translate words. They want you associating the Italian words and phrases that you learn with their direct action or meaning. So that's a huge part of this app. And then the other is pictures. Almost every single drill and exercise in the program leverages images in one way or another. Whether it's speaking, reading, or listening, whatever the drill type is that they have you working on, you're gonna use imagery. And that's Rosetta Stone from a very high level. Now, let me give you a quick punch list of pros and cons for this app. And the pros are: 1, the lessons are very manageable in length at just 10 minutes each. The lessons are perfect for visual learners with all of their imagery. Their speech software is some of the best that I've used. And the app is pretty cheap, just $10 to $15 per month. And sometimes even their lifetime plan is just $150 with a code or link. And then for cons, the lessons can be a little repetitive. They all follow the same general pattern. The immersive nature of the program can be a little frustrating for beginners, and I wish there was some more speaking exercise included here. But that's it for Rosetta Stone. Now next, let's cover Duolingo, and here's how their program works. The Duolingo app makes you follow a learning path with lessons that progressively build on one another. The lessons focus on short-form, interactive exercises, and each Duolingo lesson maybe just takes 3 to 4 minutes. Their drills include things like fill in the blanks, matching pairs, verbal practice, and writing full sentences. The lessons go by very quick, and they tend to try to gamify the language learning experience with lots of cartoon characters and haptic feedback. It seems to me that the program is meant to be more like a game or social app. So to summarize the pros and cons here, the pros are that Duolingo has a free version. That's awesome. The app is legitimately fun and kind of addicting, and the lessons are very short. But I have way more cons than pros here because, to be honest, I don't really care for Duolingo as a language learning tool. For one, I'm not sure I actually even learned anything with Duolingo. Lessons were just painstakingly slow and stuff just didn't seem to stick for me. The lessons use phrases that make absolutely no sense. Their speech recognition software is horrendous. And I felt like they were just trying to maximize and monetize my time in the app, kind of like Instagram or something. So anyway, not my favorite, so let's just move on. Now next, we've got Babbel. So like Duolingo, Babbel also follows a learning path where you work your way through progressively more advanced lessons. However, the Babbel lessons are slightly longer at around 15 minutes each. Each Babbel lesson is made up of a series of interactive exercises that teach you both Italian vocabulary and grammar. There are listen and repeat exercises, digital flashcards, fill in the blanks, matching pairs, matching phrases to images, completing mock conversations, lots of short instructional tips on grammar, and a few other things. It's a more comprehensive approach to learning in terms of format than Duolingo, especially given its integrated grammar coverage. Plus, outside of the main Babbel lessons, there's also daily review sessions where you get spaced repetition on vocab that you've already learned in older lessons. But that's kind of it for Babbel, so here are the pros and cons. The pros are: 1, the Babbel lessons are the perfect length for me at 15 minutes. The lessons are both fun and informative with diverse drills. I like how Babbel weaves in grammar coverage, and the app is pretty cheap, just $10 to $15 per month. And then for cons, I'd like to see Babbel include more spoken Italian in the program. They have podcasts, but it just didn't feel like enough. And the only other thing that I would say is that their speech tech is just okay. It's not the best or worst that I've seen. And by the way, that's the second or third time that I've mentioned pricing with these apps, so I just want to quickly touch on the cost of these programs. Just about all of these apps are in the same general ballpark in terms of cost. Duolingo does have their free version, but their paid version called Super Duolingo is about $7 per month. Babbel is about $10 to $15 per month. Rosetta Stone is right around the same at $10 to $15 per month. Pimsleur is a little closer to $20 per month. And Rocket Languages actually only sells one-time purchase lifetime plans. Those are about $180 for life. However, what I'll say here is that all of these companies seem to be pretty good about running frequent sales and special promotions, so make sure to check out the description below for coupon codes. We track and aggregate the most current discounts for all of these language learning companies, and I'll keep that text down below the video screen updated with the best current deals and discounts that I can find out there for you, so make sure to save yourself some money. Okay, so next, let's cover Rocket Italian. So the Rocket program is very different from the other three programs that I've covered so far. Rather than being based on short, interactive drills, the entire Rocket program is built on audio lessons. Each lesson is centered on a 30-minute audio exercise where an English-speaking moderator guides you through an Italian conversation step by step. You'll listen to a sentence or two, and then the moderator will pause to explain what's going on, define key terms, and have you engage in the conversation. And also, while you listen to the audio exercise, a rolling transcript plays on screen where you can follow along and see how words are spelled. And then after the audio lesson, you practice what you just learned through a variety of reinforcement drills and exercises, as well as learn about related grammar through dedicated language and culture lessons. In these grammar lessons, Rocket gives in-depth explanations about specific Italian grammar rules touched on in the audio lesson, as well as short explanations, examples, and some visuals. And that's more or less Rocket. So let's cover the pros and cons here. First, the Rocket audio lessons are the best in the industry. Plain and simple, they're just super effective. 2, having reinforcement drills immediately follow the audio lessons is great for driving home vocabulary and teaching points. 3, the Italian grammar lessons are really well executed with understandable explanations and examples. And 4, I love the flexibility of this program. Most of the time I listen to the audio lessons while walking my dog in the morning. They're great for being productive while learning. And as for the negatives, I only have 2 with Rocket. The interface is a bit dated compared to other apps like Duolingo and Rosetta Stone. And 2, there are only lifetime plans available. Though again, you can usually get the entire Rocket Italian course for $180 with a discount, so make sure to check for those below. And then lastly, let's cover Pimsleur. And to be honest, this should be kind of quick because the Pimsleur program is a lot like Rocket Italian. Their program is also grounded in audio lessons and getting you a ton of exposure to spoken Italian. To start each lesson, you complete a 30-minute audio exercise where a moderator speaking in English walks you through a guided conversation step by step. It's pretty much the same exact setup as Rocket, including how after each audio lesson, you review and reinforce what you just learned through a variety of drills and exercises. These reinforcement drills include reading drills, general flashcards, quizzes, pronunciation training, and speed games. However, Pimsleur is differentiated from Rocket in a few ways though. For one, they have a speaking tool called Voice Coach where you can get extra speaking practice and feedback on your pronunciation. And they've also got a special driving mode feature for commuters, which works really well. However, unlike Rocket, there's no rolling transcript during the audio lesson, and there are no dedicated grammar lessons. But anyway, let's get to the pros and cons for Pimsleur. As you can imagine, it's a lot of the same things that I said for Rocket Italian. First, I love the Pimsleur audio lessons. They are super effective. 2, the program is very comprehensive with full coverage on everything you need. 3, the dedicated driving mode is great for commuters. That's a nice differentiator. And 4th, the flexibility. I treated most of the audio lessons like podcasts and did them while doing other things. And as for the cons, first, I'd like to see deeper grammar coverage here, sort of like how Rocket does their dedicated grammar lessons. And then 2, as far as monthly subscription plans go, Pimsleur is on the pricier side at around $20 per month. However, they often provide a 7-day free trial to test drive their program, so make sure to check for that below. But anyway, that's about it for my overview, so let's get to that final verdict. But before I forget, I should just mention that every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a free language learning subscription to one lucky person. It's really easy to enter and everyone is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description on how to get entered, but just know it takes like 10 seconds and hey, you never know. You could win a totally free subscription to one of the companies I've talked about here today. Okay, so here's my verdict. Although each app has its own strengths and weaknesses, and some might be better suited than others for certain situations and learning styles, if it was me trying to pick just one, I would go with Rocket Italian. To me, it's the deepest and most effective Italian language program that I've used, with in-depth audio lessons, dedicated grammar coverage, tons of practice drills, accurate speech recognition software, and some other cool features. I just got more out of Rocket Italian than any other app, and it's the program that I would use. But anyway, that's all I've got for you. I hope this video's been helpful and you learned a little something about all these different companies. If so, please return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and dropping me a quick comment below. That would be really appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full detailed written guide that I mentioned earlier in this video, just hop on over to our website. Again, that's testprepinsight.com. Or you can always check out the other videos we have on our YouTube channel. We've got a bunch of great content out there. But as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.